I'm Tina Berry. I was elected in October 2020. I am a member of the Committee for Employment and Social Security, and for a lot of the term I was Vice President for the Committee for Health and Social Care until I resigned recently. I'd been interested in politics for quite some time and how it affects us in our personal lives, and I've been speaking to women about the underrepresentation that we have. And when my son asked me about it, "Why aren't you doing it, Mum?" I stumbled with my answer. I didn't want to give him the same reasons that I had given other people that I wasn't doing it, because I didn't think they were good enough, and I didn't want him to have the impression that women weren't capable of doing these things. So really, that was that conversation, and I was standing. For me, I would say the three core things are states meetings, which everybody does know about. So reading the papers from different committees and making your big choices and pushing your button to vote. There's committee work. Again, that depends on the mandate of the committees you're on. And the other part of the work that I found really fulfilling is the constituency work, when people come to you as an individual and they're seeking some help. The skills you need to be an effective deputy, I think the key one is good communication skills. That goes right across the board. There's a lot of reading, and you need to be able to analyse, sometimes read between the lines, and I think not being afraid to challenge and ask questions. With the salary, I think it's justified to be a full-time job. So I think perhaps if you run your own business and you're in control of the hours, you might be able to still do that. But for people like me that were at the mercy of an employer, it wouldn't have been possible, and the workload is full-time. I think what I'm proudest of in the term is some of the really big key pieces that people will be aware of, such as the work from Employment and Social Security on the discrimination legislation. Getting that across the line was one of my motivating factors for standing in the first place. And we're here at Grow today, who support many members of our community with disabilities. The thing that I'm probably proudest of is doing what I said I would do and stand and be the voice of people in Guernsey who are on normal incomes, aren't in the haves, higher brackets, and representing those people's voices. I think the positives of being a deputy are the fact that you get to help people, really starting to understand what is going on in all the nooks and crannies of your home is really enlightening. On a more practical sense, it's very flexible working. Other than your committee and states commitments and ad hoc presentations, you are able to run your diary as you see fit. It's not a 9 till 5. Reading papers, answering emails can be done when suits you. The negatives that people do see in terms of work getting sort of sliced out at the knees when you've been working so hard on it for a long time in committee, and then it coming to the States and being overturned or stopped is really difficult. I think one of the things you have to learn to appreciate is the small wins, and understand that you're not going to wake up and change the world tomorrow. It's a slow-moving tanker, and you have to have patience. To other women considering standing, I would say, great, please consider it. But I think the most important thing is to get face-to-face with as many deputies as possible and learn their experiences, because they all will be different. I think using the Women in Public Life website is absolutely vital. It's one of the best central resources for lots of different information. And also I'd recommend attending a States meeting. It's a really good way of just seeing what it's like in the States, because I think to a lot of people that's the most scary bit. But actually when you're in there, I don't think it's as bad as it's made out on the radio or in the media.